The MrBeast blueprint. What I'm about to break down? This might double your watch time if you pay attention. MrBeast just dropped one of the coldest videos of his entire career, that 100 million subscriber special. And listen, that joint is pushing almost 40 million views in 2 days. But here's the part nobody's telling you. This man didn't just make a banger. He baked every one of his signature YouTube tactics into one 15-minute masterpiece. If there was ever a video we needed to dissect like surgeons, it's this one. Because everything he does, it revolves around what I call the MrBeast equation.
If I'm talking to this camera and you're not cutting it for too long, that's boring. You'll lose retention. But if I talk and you cut to that angle while I'm talking and cut back, and it helps it.
The formula that turned this dude into the greatest growth story in YouTube history. And the first part of that equation, let's talk about perfect retention. Everybody already knows MrBeast is a straight up wizard when it comes to keeping people glued to the screen beginning to end. He refuses to let your brain look away. You hear him talk about retention all the time. Dude is obsessed. He'll say stuff like, look, if I'm talking to the camera too long without switching the angle, without switching the shot, that's boring. People leave. But if I cut here, then cut there, switch back, it keeps the viewer's brain alive. But people get that twisted. They think it just means talk fast and cut fast. Nah. It's deeper than that, much deeper. Let me show you. Check out how he opens that 100 million special. He hits the camera with, we just hit 100 million subscribers. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Boom, human moment, gratitude. Then immediately, to celebrate, I bought this private island and I'm giving it away. Bruh, that alone hooks you. But then, he calls in 100 subscribers, puts them through 4 insane challenges. Last one standing wins the whole island. And then the first challenge starts instantly. No long speech, no dragging it out. He doesn't waste a breath. In the first few seconds, the visuals change every second, literally. He front loads the video with so much energy and movement that your brain is like, hold up. What is happening? Let me stay locked in. But here's where he gets genius. He starts zoomed in tight so it feels personal. Then he zooms way back. Boom, full island on display. Then he cuts to all 100 contestants lined up across the beach. Those are establishing shots. He uses them for 2 reasons. They set the scene, so your brain understands the world. They flex the scale. The size, the money, the effort, the spectacle. He wants you to feel like you are watching something huge, because you are. And this is where most YouTubers mess up. They get the intro hype, but they can't keep the rest of the video at that same level.
Assume you saw the first Squid Game video. Yeah. Okay, well this one's a little different. Only the first 20 to step on the red line or cross it, move on, okay?
Okay. The red line, that's all we're thinking about, 20 people.
Most creators' videos look like this. High energy at the start, then a big drop off. Then the energy comes back near the end. But MrBeast's Island video is different. It's like a roller coaster that never stops climbing. Every couple of minutes, he injects tension, challenges, twists, competitions, surprises. He refuses to let your brain rest long enough to get bored.
Need a snack?
Wait, you're definitely eliminated.
You did say red light, green light at the end.
Red light. Let me review the footage and see if he's correct.
When you were explaining the rules, you said
red light, green light. There's no time limit. Yeah, we have our first finisher by technicality.
He doesn't just build tension, he builds constant tension.
I don't like the way high quality footage look. I don't ever want things to feel too produced.
And here's something most people never notice. He uses the contestants themselves as storytelling tools. Their reactions, their fears, their excitement, they all reinforce the narrative so he doesn't have to explain everything. The story tells itself, watch this moment right here, because it's brilliant. let's keep this breakdown going, because this next part right here, this is where you really start to see the Beast formula unfold. So you know how most of us watched that first Squid Game video he did, right? Well, in this one, he flips it a little. Only the first 20 people to step on that red line, or even get close to crossing it, get to move on. That's it. Straight pressure. And notice something slick he does right here. He lets one of the contestants repeat the rules out loud.
The red line, that's all we're thinking about. 20 people.
Why? Because repetition locks the challenge into your brain. Now you, the viewer, know exactly what you're watching for. It's intentional, clean, simple. But here's the magic of MrBeast. His videos have strategy, but they never feel robotic. He always leaves in those organic human moments that make everything feel fun and alive. Like when that dude randomly says, "I need a snack." And Jimmy's like, wait, nah, you definitely eliminated. Then somebody chimes in, "You did say red light, green light." Jimmy pauses, laughs, replays the footage in his head and goes, "Hold up, let me check the tape." That little spontaneous moment, that's YouTube gold, because it makes the challenge feel real, not scripted. He's even admitted he deliberately avoids going full Hollywood with the production. He limits his videos to 1080p on purpose because he doesn't ever want it to feel too polished. Dude could easily afford a fleet of 4K cinema cameras, but he refuses. He wants it to feel like a YouTube video, not a Netflix special. Now earlier I showed you that retention graph, and you probably noticed that green spike at the end. Let me explain that real quick, because it's one of his biggest secrets. Every single MrBeast video ends on a high. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's uplifting, sometimes it's a straight shocker, but it's always a moment that sticks with you after the video ends. Why is that important? Because it affects how much YouTube pushes your next upload. That last impression stays with the viewer. It's the taste they walk away with. Now, buckle up, because we're moving into the second part of the Beast equation, the clickbait master. I honestly believe this might be his best thumbnail ever. And just like the video, he uses every tactic he's learned from years of trial and error. 5 little things make this thumbnail lethal. First, Jimmy himself takes up almost 1/3 of the whole image. MrBeast is the brand. His face alone is a traffic magnet. And that expression, the excited open mouth smile, that's not by accident. He uses that in almost every video because it instantly injects emotion. He's hyped, so you feel hyped. His eyes, brightened intentionally. Why? Because when humans see a face, the eyes are the first place our attention goes. So he amplifies that. Second, the color balance on this thumbnail is crazy good. The red headphones are perfect because they contrast against the blues and greens of the island. The whole image is saturated just enough to look exciting, but not so intense that it looks fake. A lot of YouTubers would crank the saturation to 200% like amateurs. That ruins the realism. Jimmy avoids that every time. Third, scale. Always scale. The boat, the volcano, the huge island. It screams, this is big, bigger than normal YouTube. Fourth, the little micro details. The Beast Burger building, the huge gold statue, the roller coaster. They're not just flexing, they're subtle branding plays. World building, making the island feel like a legit universe. And my personal favorite detail, that tiny figure parachuting down onto the island. It's small, but it adds instant intrigue. Who is that? Why are they landing here? It pulls your curiosity deeper without saying a word. Fifth, pure, ruthless simplicity. If you zoom way out, you can still clearly tell what's happening. And that right there is the key to a viral thumbnail. It must be readable the size of a peanut. Now we got part 1 and part 2 of the equation. But none of this works if you don't understand part 3. The money machine, and this ain't as simple as, oh, he just spends a lot. 2 things make these massive videos possible. First, Jimmy is one hell of a salesman. Listen to how he plugs merch. This is our first merch drop of the year. We filmed a MrBeast video that will never be uploaded publicly. Buy either item and we'll email you a link to watch it. You got 7 days. Bruh. That's textbook, scarcity, exclusivity, bonus value, deadline, all wrapped up in one sentence. And second, creators like Jimmy have been selling off some of their older videos. It's called back catalog licensing. Basically, they let platforms buy the rights to older content, and that money goes right back into making bigger, crazier videos. Smart, efficient, sustainable. So now you're probably wondering, what's the second thing that stitches all of this together? What's the glue holding the whole Beast empire in place? It's this right here. MrBeast runs his entire business off a mission. On the content side, Jimmy is obsessed, and I mean obsessed, with creating the perfect video. He ain't just uploading for fun. He studies, he tests, he analyzes, he spends millions just to shave off one born second. But on the money side, the mission shifts. Behind all the crazy giveaways and wild stunts, dude has a real deep-rooted desire to help people. Feeding families, building wells, giving away houses, cars, groceries, eyesight. You name it, those 2 missions together, that's what makes every Beast video feel bigger than the average YouTuber posting for a check. There's impact behind it, there's purpose, there's heart. And speaking of that, the narrator of the original video even slipped in a slick little way to support that mission. Tap that red button. Smart, clean, mission-driven marketing. And with that, shout out to Jimmy for flipping the whole YouTube world upside down and showing everybody what's possible when you mix creativity, heart, and relentless discipline.